Oh man, he heard it right there.
Just tried a crazy move. He tried a crazy move. He tried a jumping roundhouse kick. And when you're in that position, when you throw that jumping roundhouse kick, if you don't land in a good way with the supporting leg, you put so much pressure on that knee. The way he landed, he threw the kick, he jumped up, he threw it, and he landed with his knee in the worst position.
The moment that changed everything. A single ill-fated kick that saw Conor McGregor's return end in disaster. Fighters and fans alike were stunned, dissecting the precise mechanics of the injury. Was it a freak accident or a catastrophic miscalculation? The way his knee landed tells a brutal story. What truly happened in those opening seconds?
I did not think the fight was going to end like that. A lot of people said that he was injured before the fight.
When they did the replay and took the crux off, he didn't put weight on that right leg.
Do you think that something happened between when he was throwing the kicks inside the locker room until he walked out and didn't put weight on the leg? Because you can't be doing all those kicks and all of a sudden you can't bear.
The immediate aftermath sparked intense speculation. Whispers quickly spread. Was McGregor already injured? Reports surfaced about him not putting weight on his leg pre-fight, raising questions about his warm-up. Could a hidden vulnerability have led to this shocking outcome? The pre-existing injury theory gained traction rapidly.
If he wanted a built-in excuse, a storyline that's already wrote itself, and he can blame it on his leg, do something dumb, I don't know if he's that type of guy. You know, I say a lot of bad stuff about him, but a quitter, I'm not sure. You know, he's a real competitor and wants to win. He's been out for 5 years. I think he was nervous.
This leads to a darker theory. Did McGregor intentionally create a built-in excuse? While many criticize him, labeling him a quitter feels extreme for a fighter of his caliber. However, the possibility of a crafted narrative can't be entirely dismissed. Was this strategic, or a genuine competitor's error?
Adrenaline, it was all that, and I think that got the best of him, and he just made a bad decision to throw this kick in the heat of the moment, going off of instinct rather than game plan. Or like you said, if his idea was kamikaze, he should have got behind the jab and tried to land that big shot. But doing the worst thing for your legs if you knew you were injured, it's just a crazy scenario. I don't know if we're ever going to know the truth to this, but something's weird about it.
Conor opens up with...
Most analysts lean towards a rush of adrenaline and nerves, overpowering any rational game plan. Throwing such a high-risk kick, especially if already compromised, defies logic for a seasoned fighter. It was a kamikaze move born of instinct, not strategy. The truth behind this baffling decision might never fully emerge.
He said karma's a mirror, and it definitely is, man. This guy's a dirtbag, and I don't know if it was nervous energy. I don't know why you would start a fight like that. They're saying this was planned to start the fight like that. There's footage of him like training to open the fight with this.
For some, McGregor's defeat wasn't just bad luck. It was poetic justice. His past trash talk, famously declaring karma's a mirror, came back to haunt him. Critics labeled him a dirtbag, seeing the injury as a fitting consequence. Was this the universe settling a score, or just another brutal moment in the cage?
Jump kick, but I just don't understand why you would do that. That's like a Hail Mary. You're throwing a Hail Mary to start the fight, start a 25-minute fight. I don't understand what was going on with that. I don't know what he was thinking to open the fight. I don't know whose game plan this was to open the fight with the flying side kick or a roundhouse kick, whatever he threw. It's just crazy to me the way the fight started and ended.
The audacious jump kick, usually a Hail Mary pass, became the fight's opening act. Many question the game plan. Why start such a crucial fight with a move so inherently risky? It felt reckless, even desperate, from a fighter known for his calculated precision. Whose idea was this daring, yet disastrous opener?
Conor, I think, threw another straight left. He fell on his face. Max jumped on him, and shortly after they stopped it. It looked like Max didn't want to hurt him either and beat him up, you know, but sucks for Conor, sucks for Max, but it is a fight business, bro. And the longer you're away, unfortunately, it sucks.
Max Holloway's reaction was notably measured. After McGregor's leg crumpled, Max seemed to ease off the aggression, almost showing mercy. He avoided piling on unnecessary damage, indicating a professional understanding of the situation. It begs the question, how different would the outcome have been without the injury?
Fucking let me know. I mean, this has got to be the most, 100%, this is the most disappointing moment in combat sports history. The Conor McGregor made the walk, but he didn't make the walk out. Fuck yeah! I feel like I'm in shock.
For many, this was more than just a loss. It was the most disappointing moment in combat sports history. The build-up, the anticipation, all culminated in an anticlimax. McGregor made the walk but couldn't truly make the fight. The collective shock and sadness among fans was palpable. Was this the end of an era?
This is going to be harder to battle. Maybe, I don't know, it's hard to quantify, but then if he would have went out there and lost like a close fight, or even getting finished later in the fight, maybe it's like you at least got to go out there and show that what he did, show off the work he's put in. Maybe looks really good, cracks Max comes back, Max one of the GOATs, he's been active, and Max gets the job done. But Conor didn't get to show anything.
Beyond the physical injury, this event represents a monumental blow to McGregor's mental state. He's openly spoken about battling demons, and this inconclusive defeat leaves him without closure. He never got to showcase his camp's work or truly test himself against Max. What psychological toll will this devastating non-fight take?
And now, sold biggest gate, beat the Sphere, biggest gate of all time, sold out Las Vegas in just 30 seconds, if that. Chat, was it too good to be true? Did we all get duped? We all thought it's happening. Everyone said, I'm not going to believe it until he's in there.
Despite the anticlimax, McGregor still generated the biggest gate in UFC history, shattering records. Tickets sold out in seconds, proving his undeniable star power. But for many fans, the excitement turned to a feeling of being duped. Was this record-breaking event too good to be true? Did the hype overshadow reality?
And it still didn't happen, and he was in there. I don't even know what to believe right now. For Conor to come back after 5 years, shattered his shin, it takes a serious set of Irish cojones to be able to do that, come back, make that walk again. And I'm sure he had a great camp. God, that sucks. I don't even know. I'm trying to find ways to show love to my brother.
Returning after 5 years, with a shattered shin from a previous fight, already required immense courage. To suffer another career-threatening injury, immediately upon return takes an unprecedented level of mental fortitude. The path back is now even more treacherous. Does McGregor have another comeback left in him, or is this the final chapter?
He's very unique, and I think the whole week showed that. He's the biggest star that we have, and the whole week showed that. I just wonder if he even does try to come back once again. Do people even buy into it again and say they want to see Conor McGregor go at it one more time?
Go ahead.
Regardless of the outcome, McGregor remains the UFC's biggest star. His unique appeal and drawing power are undeniable. But this latest setback raises serious questions about his future. Will fans still buy into another comeback? Can he rekindle the magic and motivate audiences for one more spectacular return?
I think we need to be careful when we judge, because there have been times where people have done crazy things to start fights and they've worked, and we praise the athlete as if they're some genius.
It's easy to criticize McGregor's opening move now, but hindsight is always 20/20. Fighters often attempt unconventional, crazy tactics to start a fight. When they succeed, we hail them as geniuses, celebrating their audacious spirit. This duality highlights a complex dynamic in judging fighters' choices. Is it genius or folly?
Tonight was one of those times that it didn't work. I remember Fabricio Verdum just running across the octagon and super kicking Travis Brown like he was on the game Double Dragon. Clearly, George Masvidal did it to Ben Askren, and we all praised him for that.
History is littered with examples of these high-risk openings paying off. Think Alistair Overeem's flying kick against Travis Brown, or Jorge Masvidal's infamous flying knee knockout of Ben Askren. These moments are etched in UFC lore and universally praised. Why is McGregor's attempt viewed so differently?
A big opinion on something that happens, because sure, everybody's mad. It went sideways, but had Conor landed that, everybody would praise him for what he did. And if you ask me truthfully, I am more likely to tell you that it's not going to happen than it will happen.
The truth is, had McGregor landed that kick cleanly and secured a quick finish, he would have been lauded as a tactical mastermind. The narrative would be entirely different. This stark contrast exposes a certain hypocrisy in how we judge fighters. It's a fine line between a legendary move and a career-ending mistake. Which was it?
Oh, God. I hope Conor doesn't go off the fucking deep end. And if he does, I hope he calls me and asks me to join him, because I would love to. I would love to fucking partake in off the deep end with you. If you need a mate, fucking let me know. I mean, this has got...
Amidst the critiques and theories, a deep concern emerged for McGregor's well-being. Many hoped he wouldn't spiral off the deep end after this crushing blow. The fight world watches, wondering how this setback will impact the volatile star. Can he navigate this emotional challenge, or will he seek solace elsewhere?
It is what it is. I bet you when he ran into that kick, he probably broke it. Whoa, those guys just made the easiest paycheck of their lives. When he jumped, he kind of slid into it. Oi!
I see the neon top.
Yeah, you saw the crinkle?
Oh, he did twist it, yeah.
The fight's abrupt end meant an easiest paycheck for both fighters, albeit under tragic circumstances for McGregor. Eyewitnesses vividly describe seeing the immediate consequence of the kick, a visible crinkle or twist in the knee. This detailed observation reinforces the sudden and severe nature of the injury. The visual evidence was undeniable.
No way, just rolled his ankle. Oh! No way! No, bro, what? That did not just happen. Restart, repause, rewatch, what? No way, no. Oh, his ankle, no! Are you kidding me? You're shitting me! No. No! I wanted to see that fight play out so...
The raw anguish of fans was palpable. From disbelief to genuine heartbreak, the reactions poured in. Many felt cheated out of a highly anticipated showdown, desperate to see the fight play out. This visceral disappointment reflects the deep emotional investment fans have in Conor McGregor's career. Will they ever see the fight they wanted? I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they're too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details because that's where the magic happens. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. I've seen this pattern destroy so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. That right there is the golden nugget. If you apply this one thing, your results will skyrocket. Consistency combined with this mindset is undefeated. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. Listen closely to what was just said. That is the key to unlocking real potential. Most people miss this, but it's the most important part. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. Most people work hard, but they lack this specific mindset shift. Stop focusing on the noise. Focus on this one detail, and the results will follow. I've seen this pattern destroy so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they're too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they're too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. I've seen this pattern destroy so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. Those people work hard, but they lack this specific mindset shift. Stop focusing on the noise. Focus on this one detail, and the results will follow. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details because that's where the magic happens. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they're too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. Those people work hard, but they lack this specific mindset shift. Stop focusing on the noise. Focus on this one detail, and the results will follow. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details because that's where the magic happens.